and I try to create a safe space for them. Because sometimes they don't feel like they have a safe space at school or even at home. So by giving them that opportunity where they can feel like they can actually talk and not have a consequence for it, just being safe to be able to verbalize and get it out, a lot of times that helps them to understand that, yes, some people do care and they do want me to do well.
And what advice would you give to any new teachers coming into education?
Well, one of the things I would tell them is the students don't care what you know until they know that you care. So once you show them that you care, then they will actually do the things that you ask them to do. The second thing is to trust yourself and trust your instincts, because your instincts are usually spot on.
And I know that you mentioned before the show that you're going to be retiring. What are you looking most forward to once you retire?
Well, spent the last year being separated from my husband because he had gotten promoted. So I'm looking forward to actually spending time with him again and then going to explore the area that I'll be moving to with him.
Well, good luck to you, and congratulations once again for this honor.
Thank you.
Also joining us tonight is Miss Micaiah Jackson, who is a biology and psychology teacher from Ellender Memorial High School. Thank you, and congratulations to you also.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then how long have you been in education?
Yes, Micaiah Jackson. I'm a person that's very extroverted. If there's words to describe me, it would be extroverted, free-minded, innovative, and free-spirited. I've been teaching for 4 years at Ellender, and I love it. It's been so rewarding, just seeing the growth within myself as well as my students every year. It's probably one of the most rewarding parts of everything.
And what has been the best part of being an educator?
The best part about being an educator is making a difference every single day and kind of seeing that light bulb go off. My overall goal is to educate and inspire everyone on every level, no matter if it's science, psychology, real life, aspirations. I just want to make a difference, and I feel like I've done that throughout my 4 years here.
And obviously you were nominated as an inspirational teacher, so you've made that difference early on.
Yeah.
And how do you connect to your students every day?
I feel like building that rapport with the students from day one, allowing them to say, like Miss Barry, I said, to care. She was my teacher, and she cared from day one. And just looking at teachers as my colleagues now and, bringing that into my classroom, I learned through the experiences that I've been through, as well as being a student. Sometimes in those desks, you just want somebody who cares. You just want somebody who you can talk to. So I feel like being that role model and that mentor to my kids outside of their educator, it makes a huge difference. And I feel like they can come to me for anything. They know Ms. Jackson, she's a lady who can fix you, and that's what they say at school. She can fix you. Just go to her with any problem. So just being that voice of reason for them in the classroom as well as outside of the classroom.
And how do you keep that inspiration going?
Every day I feel like is a new day. Within my students, sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days. But I'm the educator. I would never hold a bad day against you. And I feel like it's okay to go through bad days and these things because you grow from it. I feel like every day and every experience is a lesson. So I feel like taking real life adversities, putting them into the classroom, going through your own adversities and kind of reflecting and being introspective as a person, especially in my psychology classes, I'm able to teach them introspection on how to balance your feelings and your emotions and just be a person, to be a good person. I feel like as an educator, you have to care. Caring is first, and you have to have empathy for the students and be open-minded more than anything. So, I think that's one of the biggest things.
And if you had any advice to any incoming teachers, what advice would it be to them?
Number one, classroom management. Put your foot down. That's your classroom. Do it how you want, but also make sure you're creating a space for your students to learn as well as them to be comfortable within themselves and the people that's around them. I feel like a lot of teachers go into it thinking, okay, it's just, we're going to teach and do everything. Oh no, I had to learn the hard way. It's a whole different ball game once you get in the classroom. You have at least 30 students sometimes, 20, 15, it just depends. And you have to kind of make connections. I feel like making connections with every last one of your students will allow your days to just flow effortlessly. And you're just able to connect with them on all levels. And it's always going to be a sense of engagement within the students and yourself, no matter what.
And I want to thank you and congratulate you also. I'm sure you'll be back. If this is only year 4, I'm sure you'll definitely inspire and make a difference in the other lives of children.
Thank you so much.
Also joining us tonight is Miss Anna D. McGee, who is a 2nd grade teacher at Grand Caillou Elementary. I want to thank you and congratulate you for coming on the show as well.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you entered the world of education?
I am married and I have 3 children, and I've been teaching for 15 years, 9 of them as a certified teacher. But I asked my mom actually the other day to figure out when I decided I wanted to be a teacher, and she said that I've never wanted to do anything else. I actually had my own classroom in my house. We also had an office, and we had a nurse's office, and my sister was my student, and the dogs and the dolls, everybody came to my school. I've always just wanted to be a teacher.
So early on, you knew as well.
Oh, yeah.
And what has been the best thing about being an educator?
The relationships that I have with kids. That was a big part of why I was chosen, and it's something that I strive every day. Even on their worst days, they know when they leave, Miss McGee still loves them, and that I'm going to love them tomorrow, and I'm going to love them the next day, even when they're making bad choices, good choices. It doesn't matter, that I love them.
And I know you teach, a younger grade compared to the other 2 are high school. How do you connect with your students and engage them on a daily basis?
We give hugs. We have lots of fun. We play a lot of music. And I really just get to know them. Like, if they don't like certain things, I make sure if I'm giving out candy, if a student doesn't like that, I'll be like, oh, I know you don't like that one. I'm going to give you this one. And then they know that I care about them and that I'm listening when they're talking and they say, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm. So it's just those little things that you
The
notice.
little bitty things.
And how do you inspire your students daily?
I try, like I said, I just try to let them know that I love them and it's okay to make mistakes, and mistakes are part of growing, and sometimes you have to make a lot of mistakes before you can get to the bigger goals. And I show them my mistakes too. When I make mistakes, I'm like, oh, you caught my mistake. Thank you for so much. So, and they acknowledge, and it makes them feel validated.
And do you have any advice for any new teachers coming into education?
Don't give up. Even when you think they can't, believe that they can.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask each of you a question and kind of just go through each of you with it. What do you think is one of the most important skill sets that a teacher must possess? And I know all of you mentioned caring and connecting and that kind of thing. What is the most important thing, Miss Barrios? I'm going to go ahead and start back with you.
Skill set that they need to possess. I'm going to say listening, and not just saying, okay, yeah, but actually listening and really connecting with the kids in that manner. Because if you're listening to them, you can usually pick up, even in tone of voice, oh, it's a bad day. Oh, this is a great day. And it can lead you to asking them the right questions to get them to open up and to engage with whatever you're doing, with whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Micaiah, what do you think is the most important skill set?
I think the set that you need: communication, leadership, teamwork, emotional intelligence. That's something that a lot of people lack. I feel like that's major, to just kind of read the room, read your students, understand how they feel, validate their feelings, as well as leadership and just effort. I feel like a lot of teachers need to put in that effort to show the kids, why do you want to be here? I feel like my experience in my classroom, every day is a grand day because every day is a new day to learn something new. I feel like I want that light bulb to go off. And I feel like as a teacher, you just have to be a person to have all of those things to make it flow. And this worked for me, and I'm here. So thank you.
Miss Anna D., what do you think is the most important skill set?
Resilience and perseverance, because you're going to have terrible days and you're going to have great days, and you're going to have good years and you're going to have bad years, but you got to wake up and do it again every single day because you have kids depending on you.
And all of you have done it and will continue to do it. I want to thank you for being an educator and making a difference in the lives of children. Obviously, you guys were recognized by your students, and that is a big deal. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would like to thank you, our viewers, for watching. Don't forget to join us every week on Going Public. Have a good night.
Whether it's price, service, or selection, you gotta come to AJ Doman Chevrolet. We are South Louisiana's newest business elite, medium duty, and commercial dealer. Can't find the car you're looking for? Let us order it for you.
And remember, no credit, bad credit, we can help.
AJ Doman Chevrolet at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge.
Give us a call today or visit us online at ajdomanchevy.com. AJ Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Highway 182 in Berwick.
Vaping, problem gambling, substance abuse, anxiety, depression. You don't have to face these challenges alone. I'm Laura Stanley, Peer Support Specialist with South Central Louisiana Human Services Authority. Contact us to speak to someone like me who has lived experiences with mental health and substance abuse challenges. We provide mental health, substance abuse, developmental disability, and primary care services right here in our community.
I'm Chris St. Martin. Many of us know what it means to have roots here on the Bayou. I'm no different. My family has been here for generations. Likewise, the firm of St. Martin and Bourke has been helping the injured in this region for almost 50 years. We're honored to serve the people of South Louisiana and the Bayou region. Remember, if you've been hurt in an accident and you want to know your rights, call St. Martin and Bourke today to schedule your free